doing the things because, you know, we're adults, we are working, we're tax-paying individuals, responsibilities. You got to.
Young, black, and beautiful.
Hey guys, welcome back to Venture Cat. If you're new here, I'm Kat and I talk about personal finance and travel, and today we're continuing the tax series. So this is the second video in my tax series video because it's tax season. You can file your taxes now from it started on the 1st of September until the 16th of November, and we're doing the things because, you know, we're adults, we are working, we're tax-paying individuals, responsibilities. You got to. So anyway, I filed my taxes. I filed my taxes, y'all, for the first time ever because this was my first year of working. I think I filed them on Friday morning, and I got my money, my refund in Monday morning. How quick is that? So it was a very simple process, quite easy, and today I'm just going to be walking you through how to go about it. Cool. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to go onto the SARS website and register for e-filing. So when you register, they're going to ask you for your name, surname, ID number, and they're going to ask you to create a username and password. Your username could be your email address, or it can be something that you decide, a different thing. And then once you've created that, they also ask for your cell phone number, I think. And once they have all of that information, they're going to ask you to fill in a questionnaire. Then the questionnaire is going to ask you about your employer details, your income and tax details, and they're going to ask you for information about your identity, like they want to make sure that you are who you say you are. So they ask you some questions that only you would be able to answer based on, you know, yourself, your ID number, where you work, what medical aid contributions, retirement contributions, things like that you're making. And you may be required to upload some documents. So you may be required to upload your IRP5 form or your IT3 form, or you might be requested to maybe upload other documents as well. So with me, I wasn't requested to upload anything, and that's because my employer had done that for me. So your IRP5 form or your IT3A form is the form that your employer will provide to you based on detailing the tax information that you've had over the previous year. So your IRP5 form is the form that you'll have if you have been pay as you earn tax over the period of the year. And you'll know that if on your payslip each month you see that PAYE portion on it and some money has been deducted, that means that your employer has been taking money from your salary before they pay you and paying that money over to SARS. Or if that hasn't been the case, it means that you've been getting your full salary untaxed, then it means that you would have an IT3A form, and that form will be basically telling SARS that, you know, you haven't paid tax, and it will give the reasons why. So like why your employer hasn't paid tax on your behalf. Yeah, so basically those are the two forms. They're from your employer. It just depends whether you've been paying tax, the pay as you earn, or not. And yeah, and that's basically it. You might need to upload it there if your employer hasn't pre-populated those details for you. If not, smooth sailing. You fill in those questions and then voila, you're registered as an e-filer. If you upload the documents, it may take a day or two before they can confirm and verify those details. But then voila, you're registered as an e-filer after that. And then once you're registered, you get onto the like e-filing platform, and then they ask you to identify your tax type. I think it was called tax type, I'm not sure, but I'll put the screenshots up here. So with that, you need to tell them whether you're an individual taxpayer and you're filing for yourself, or if you're a tax practitioner filing for someone else, or if you're an employer filing for someone else. I think those are the three options. You're obviously an individual who's filing for themselves, so you will tick that box. And then once you've done that, you're going to get a few messages from SARS. They'll tell you da 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 da. Not really, it's important, read it, but you don't need it to fill in your application. So you accept, you click OK, you're like, yes, boom, I'm ready. And then now it's time to actually file your returns. And in order to do this, you will use the form wizard. So this form wizard basically has a lot of your information pre-populated already. So it will have your name, surname, and it'll have maybe your banking details, it'll have your employer tax details, so if you've been paying tax and all of that, and a couple of other things as well. However, you need to go through this carefully and make sure that all of your information is correct, and fill in new information, you know, that they don't have already. So basically what you do is, in the form wizard, the first part, they have like general information. So there they will ask you for confirming your details. They'll ask you whether you've been paying for medical aid, retirement, whether you've been getting additional income outside of your, you know, your salary, and all these things. And remember, these are all of the different points that I spoke about in the previous video about how your income tax is calculated. So basically what they're doing with these questions is they're trying to determine whether you would need to have deductions or not, whether you have additional income outside of your salary, things like that. And based on that information, once you're done populating it, there will be new tabs in the form wizard that relate to that. So for example, if you say that you had rental property income, there will be like some tab about your additional income. If you were unemployed for a certain period, there'll be a tab that says periods of unemployment, which was the case for me, and there will be just different things based on your answers to that question. And then afterwards, it's basically pretty much a very step-by-step detailed process. You just need to go to each tab and make sure that you fill in your information correctly, and then you can, once you're done filling in everything in, you can use the calculate button. So you click on calculate, and that will like pre-calculate what your return should be, whether you're getting a refund or whether you owe SARS, and you'll be able to see that. Remember, if it's negative, it means that SARS owes you money and you're due for a refund, and if it's positive, unfortunately, it means that you owe SARS money. It means that you haven't paid enough taxes and you would have to pay them back some money. But essentially that's it. Once you're done, you're happy, you've clicked calculate, then you can submit the return. Just click submit and it's done. Boom, bam, you're an adult. Yeah, that's essentially it. And once you're done, I think a few minutes later, you'll get an SMS saying, you know, I think it was IT4, it's a notice of your IT4. That's nothing to panic about. It just means that SARS is saying that, you know, they have received your tax return and they will process it, essentially. That's basically it. And you're able to access that form on the e-filing website as well. It doesn't mean that you need to provide any more details. So yeah, that's about it. And then if you have a mistake on your form, then you can also just ask to, you know, edit it. I forgot what the tab is called, but I'll put the name on the description box or like maybe a screenshot, but you're able to edit your details, and then they will use your latest version of your tax return. And yeah, that's about it. So happy e-filing. I hope that you guys go ahead. If you haven't done it already, what are you waiting for? You could be getting money. Guap, guap, guap. Shit. Hey, it's your girl Kat, editing this video and realizing that she didn't do an outro thing. Clearly I'm still new to this YouTuber life, but please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much for 200 subscribers. Yay. Okay, bye.